So, uh, let us start with something which technically should be boring. Um, Definition of leadership. Um, First of all, leadership is not just cut and dry discipline. It's not like an economics, medicine, mathematics, where it's clear set of rules and guidelines, and everyone agrees on that. You cannot run away from it. No, leadership is more like a uncharted territory, and it's constantly evolving. But of course, is there any more boring way to define something and you're looking for definition? Yes, we are going to do that. Leadership comes from old English word ledere, lead, and ship, capacity. So leadership is very straightforward definition. Leadership is about something, someone who is able to or having a capacity to lead. And of course, as a field was evolving for last 70 years, we have, and just to use the contemporary terms, market leader, team leader, organizational leader, self-leader. That person or organization who is and which is ahead, the first in the business, that's the leader. That's, I would say, a kind of modern definition. So, taking that logic, we are leader as least leaders of ourselves, our own personality. At least we lead someone. At least that should be the case. So we will come back to the same understanding. Everyone is leader, and leadership is about encouraging someone to become better leader. So, saying that, as you can see, okay, this is about definition, and then this is a good one. As you can see, 7,000 definitions of leadership. Okay, in research which is for last 7-8 decades conducted, we will have around 1,000 definitions, but there are many more definitions which are somewhere in a ether, in the books. So one person many years ago said something, there are almost as many different definitions of leadership as there are persons who have attempted to define the concept of leadership. And that's true, and that's also going to be true for us. We are going to also tackle on this point, because if we understand what leadership is or as a concept, it's going to be empowering experience, insightful, and we will, with this module, we will be able to act in a conscious leadership way, which is ultimately one of the objectives of our module. So as we said, there are 7,000 definitions, and we shouldn't be scared. We shouldn't say, oh, this is too much, it's not normal, what's that? No. We should take it as a good feeding material. So with all these different ideas and definitions which are floating around, and also it's going to float in our module, understanding leadership is like a trying to catch hold of moving target. As you can see on the screen, I try to present that in a vivid way. Something is moving all the time on different place. That's even and ever changing perspective. So that's leadership. But as I said, we are not going to, and we will not going to give up on that. Not that we are define leadership, we are also going to define conscious leadership. So let us see. So when we delve into the topic of leadership, it's common to fall into the trap of thinking merely about having the right personality traits or a magnetic charisma. That's leadership. Someone is attractive, someone is leaks, someone is that, and that's it. But let us say that's maybe just partially the truth. Leadership embodies a complexity far, far, far beyond surface of individual attributes. It defines the notion of broader and universal formula. Many more things are coming in. As we can now guess, the concept of leadership is multifaceted, that even scholars of leadership, as we heard, are not and cannot agree over the unified definition. Just to reveal you the secret, someone will say, it's leadership, it's about power. You have power, you have drive, you can do it. Someone will say, no, no, no. It's about, now think about, guess, it's about influence. And there is richness, if you want to say, not confusion, of approach. And that's also beauty. Let us take into example what we see now on the screen, orchestra. And we can then finally, we are going to hear about definition of leadership and its perspective from many, many angles. One of them is orchestra. And what kind of orchestra? So it's a good illustration of leadership. Why? At glance, one may think that success of orchestra, as this one here, comes just from each musician's skill. But the real magic and real formula in success in how these individual talents are put together. They don't have to be individually perfect, but if they are placed together in a proper way, everyone knows something to do, but not that everyone knows everything to do. If they are put in a good harmony, good team, it's under good leadership. And then every individual is leader in a particular way. So this particular dirigent or conductor, it's having quite an ability, as you can see, to move everyone. And he listens to each instrument and kind of just getting and driving them all together as an orchestra. Skillful harmonizing all these elements, putting them in a proper order. The conductor elevates the whole group's performance. This shows that leadership is more than just, as we were a second ago speaking about, it's more than just a charisma. It involves a range of skills and many, many nuances. And depending on situation, highlighting, taking out the complex nature of particular individual. And we are going to discuss further about the same.